Pelosi urges bipartisanship as Democrats win the House. How inspiring. How inspiring. A victorious Nancy Pelosi on Tuesday. By the way, part of the reason she's victorious is because of a bunch of progressive wins that won in spite of her, not because of her. Said Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives will use their newly won majority to pursue a bipartisan agenda for a country that she said has had enough of divisions. Enough of division. Democrats have been projected to win enough seats. Yeah. Okay, we know that. How inspiring. Man, go to the heartland and talk to people that are working 2 and 3 jobs to survive. They're worried about how their kids are going to pay for college. They're worried about jobs in their area. They're worried about the safety of the jobs they do have. They're worried about their drinking water. They're worried about the wages that they're not paid fairly. And you ask them, what are you most worried about, though? I know you're grossly underpaid. You need to work 2 and 3 jobs to survive. You don't have enough money for a $1,000 emergency. You can't see the doctor if you're sick because of this bogus healthcare policy. You're worried you're not going to be able to send your kids to college because of crippling student loan debt they would have to undertake. But what's most important, and you know what they're going to say. They're going to say, man, I am newly inspired because Nancy Pelosi said we're going to have a bipartisan marketplace of ideas. Is there a less sexy sentiment? A bipartisan marketplace of ideas. How lame can you get? It's like someone prepped Nancy Pelosi and they were like, all right, a bunch of progressives won across the country. People want ideas. People want policy. What are we going to do, Nancy? You got the pulpit. You're the leader. What do we got? A bipartisan marketplace of ideas. Everybody's libido just dropped a little bit after hearing that sentiment. Everybody. That is the most unsexy phrase maybe that's ever been uttered. Wait, no, there's a less sexy one. We're capitalists. That's one less sexy right there. Another Nancy Pelosiism. Oh, people don't want to change. Also, very not sexy. Nancy Pelosiism. Please step down, Nancy. Please. And of course, it's because we need a donor-approved message. I mean, how uninspiring can you get? And she already said her first priority, Trump's taxes. And you get pundits on MSNBC and wannabe MSNBC pundits that make it out like this is something Americans actually care about. And about 1 to 6% of them do. According to every academic poll that's out there, about 1 to 6% of them actually care. I dislike Trump as much as the next person. I think he is terrible. It bothers me every morning I wake up and I know that guy's president. But I'm not going to let that guy disconnect my critical thinking skills. I'm not going to let him convince me that everything was fine until he showed up. That if we just get rid of him, everything's totally fine, and all of a sudden, those 40 years of neoliberal nonsense will disappear. No, we have Trump because of our system. Our system gave us Trump. Trump didn't give us our system. And anyone that thinks otherwise has been successfully propagandized by corporate media because they are so desperate to maintain the status quo. And I don't believe for 1 second that represents the people that live in this country. I think people are hungry for ideas, they're hungry for solutions, and they're hungry for real change.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron.